yours.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Okay.
Three out of five, that counts as one.
Heidi Soper,
I'm here.
Mary Esposito,
Here.
Michael Reiner,
Here.
Veronica Cortez,
Here.
Carmen Ortiz.
Here.
I know that Amy Owens has been excused. She said she was going to be absent, and Mark Newman is also absent, but you have a quorum.
Thank you. Now we'll say it, but.
I believe in the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, let me.
Yeah. All right, everybody, we're going to number 3, which is public comments. And I just wanted to remind everybody, because we have a lot of nice new people here, yay, that you have 3 minutes. And there's no attacking one person, and everything is addressed to the board. So our first public comment is Mr. Brian Dugan.
Let's go, Brian. All right. You sorry? Okay. All right.
Come up here.
Thank you. It's public speaking.
All right, Madam Chair, Board, thank you for having me. I am Brian Dugan. I'm with KUNR Public Radio. And I'm here to talk about a program that I'm trying to bring some awareness to across our community. And that is our car donation program that many people may not know about. So if you have any cars that you need to donate,
I need one.
well, we will take off any car off your hand. Can't promise we can give you one, but we can take off any vehicle, running or not. It can have bees in it. It can have not run since 1991. We will find a way to get it off your property, so long as you have the title. And that car will then go back to us in the form of a monetary donation, thanks to the services of careasy.org. So they auction off the vehicle and they take a small proceed, but we give the rest, and it funds public radio in your community. So there are flyers up at the table. If you would like to learn more, it has a QR code that takes you to the website. Otherwise, you can call 888-586-7404 or just go to kunr.careasy.org to learn more. And that's my spiel. Well, we were in fact talking about that, and so if the car doesn't have a title associated with it, that's another process that we could walk through, and I'd be willing to work with our commissioner in the back there to perhaps find a way to get abandoned cars off streets. It's 888-586-7404. And you can go to kunr.careasy.org to get it more information.
How about boats?
Boats are, we also take boats. Yeah, we take boats.
Boats, yeah, RVs, everything.
Yeah. If it's got wheels, or if it's moved in the past thanks to an engine, we find a way to get off the roads. Yeah, so thank you for the time, I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming. That's a great project. Does anybody have another question for him?
No, I'm good for the moment.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Our next speaker is Mr. Wayne Cobb. Where's Wayne?
Come on, Wayne. You got it, buddy.
Thank you very much. I did not see it on the agenda here, but I did get a paper in the mail talking about whether we should have more of a type housing, more housing here, or.
Speaking into the mic closer, I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Okay, that the housing, what I got from the paper was that we were looking to have more housing spread out than closer housing with more people. And so there's just one advantage to having more housing. You have more people coming to the valley. You ride down the road, waiting 10 or 15 minutes to move, you talk to people in the car next to you.
Yeah.
And, but otherwise, I really think it'd be to our advantage is to lower the density here in Sun Valley.
Yes, sir.
That's all I have.
Yes, please. No more house.
Thank you, thank you,
No
thank
more
you,
house.
thank you.
Alright, man, you're too late.
Our next speaker is Colton Dunn.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Hi, how you guys doing?
Hi, good, I'm glad you're here.
I was practicing on public speaking, so I'm just gonna go as I go. I live off 5498 Woods Drive, and we're right across from Sun Valley Elementary. And just to try to get out of our driveway on swing shift is just a joke. All these people are just blocking all the streets both ways. Like they can't even park down the street and can't even have their kids walk down the street. It's a joke. And I'm kind of sick of it because it's been going on for years. Nothing ever gets done about it and it just keeps going on. So I don't know what to say except for complain about it, like without cussing, I'm doing good. I think, I hope I am. But, that's about all I gotta say about that. And then, I was just, is this public complaints or just? Okay, my public comments, and then another one is, what time is, the time where you can allow, call the police for public or disturbing the peace as far as Spanish going, like music going everywhere? I'm getting sick of it hearing it, and I'm sure everybody is too. And I don't know how to voice my opinion besides coming here for the first time right now because I'm over it. I don't want to hear it no more. I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude to anybody or any Spanish people, but this is the way it is, and I don't really care what you think, but it's just, that's my only opinion.
It's disturbing your peace.
It's disturbing my peace incredibly, and I don't want to hear it no more, and tell me the ways to go about getting rid of it, or at least tell me what I should do legally. I don't know, but this is why I came here, so, other than that, thank you everybody for listening to my BS.
Colton, thank you. Normally we have a sheriff's representative here,
They don't do nothing.
and he's not, given he could answer your questions.
They don't do anything.
You can call the non-emergency sheriff's department.
Tell them you want to file a complaint. We will sign the complaint. They'll be good enough to sign.
Guys, it's a joke. Yeah, I've done it. They don't do anything.
Alrighty, well, Colton, thank you,
Thank
and
you.
if we can find out the information for you, we will pass it on.
Thank you very much.
Carol.
Carol Burns for the record. I've spoken about this before, but I'm still on the roads. Now, we had those tremendous rainstorms, and now all the roads are full of stones, gravel, dirt. Down Rampion, both of the big drains are sealed shut from dirt and packed, so I don't know what. And I called 6 weeks ago, I called to get our ditches, or not our ditches, our.
Sidewalks?
No, no.
No, it's a joke.
No, along the edge,
Street ditches or
no,
Good drainage.
The drainage ditches.
ditches?
no, not the ditches, along the side, the gutters.
Gutters.
Just gutters.
Yeah.
And they told me they only have one person, driving the ditch cleaner or the gutter cleaner in the whole county. Now, I don't know, I think we ought to take some of the highfalutin folks that are making X amount of dollars
General improvement
and
district
put them inside of these machines on the roads,
should be.
okay?
Should be.
Because otherwise, they used to clean our parkways and everything. Now they don't do any of it. And I don't understand why. And I don't know who to talk to. Because they don't answer the phone. Or they call you back in a couple of days. And by then you've forgotten what you called about. Thank you.
Good job, Joe. Speak on.
All right, Heidi, you better hurry up.
Thank you. We had a guest is gonna speak to us, that needs to fill out a form.
Cindy wanted to go next.
Late.
What?
Cindy had her hand up.
Do you have any more? Any more what? We're gonna have Richard next. Do you wanna go before Richard does?
I don't care. Go ahead. I didn't write anything for them.
Make it count, I do.
That's fine, thank you.
Okay.
Richard Barnett.
Sorry.
So I met Heidi just last month. After either one of these CAB meetings or it was one of the SVGND meetings. A few weeks ago. And I told her what I was up to. I have started a newspaper for Sun Valley. It's not print though, it's online. I am thinking about a newsletter though.
Please go on.
There could
Go on
be,
paper now.
there could be a paper wording somewhat.
We're too poor.
It's free. But, she asked me to create a flyer, which I've done, and they're on the table back here. Please take one on your way out. It's just a service to the city. As I get to know more people, I've only lived here a couple of years, as I get to know more people though, and talk to more people and get more of Sun Valley's history and people's stories, and so forth, I will be publishing those for the benefit of everyone, so everyone can read and know and learn who people are without having to,
Come talk with me.
and I'll go talk to you. It's a way to share information because there are so many people moving in and out that we lose history, we lose information. As people die off or they move or whatever happens, their stories disappear. And I want to preserve those. I've lived in the greater Reno area for 30-something years, but just recently moved to Sun Valley. So as someone who's lived in Carson City, I know a lot about Carson City, I know a lot about Reno and Sparks. But this is fun for me. I'm learning lots about Sun Valley. And I have taken it upon myself as a personal challenge to share that with everyone. What I'm not interested in doing is reporting on bad things. Okay, we get enough of that. There's stuff, somebody gets shot, somebody gets in a car wreck. Yeah, and we all hear about it, but I don't want to, that's not what I'm here to share. I'm here to share inspiring or uplifting stories about our community, and that includes the good things that everyone in this room does. So take a flyer, see what I'm up to. I am welcome and I am open to any suggestions. If you have something you would like for people to know about, please contact me. I will gladly help you share your information. And just as a teaser, in the next couple days, there may or may not, probably may, be an interesting story about a certain pizza lady. So stay tuned. Thank you.
What's it called?
Sun Valley.
Thank you.
Sandy, did you have something to say?
I have many things to say, you know. It's theinsider.com. Your door, you ready?
Cindy Leslie. Mr. Dunn, I have emailed our school board trustee, Ms. Westlake, to see if she would come and speak to us about the progressive growth. No, she did not, but she got turned down. Also, I've called school police many times on Fifth Street, because I live right down Fifth Street. When they get out of school, you cannot even, out of fire will not be able to get down. Police will not be able to get down if there is an emergency on East Fifth Street. I've called school police many times. Washoe County just drives by because I've seen it. Look at
I've seen it too.
Anyway, so just so you know,
Thank
I
you.
reached out, but which is.
They don't like talking about it.
Then today I went to the Reno Senior Fest. And I made some copies. There's a free shredding event for our seniors on Thursday, September 18th. I made some flyers in the back. If you need technology classes for either iPhone or Android, they're offering classes for free. Yay! At the Sun Valley Senior Center. The last Friday of every month, they have a dance party where you go dance and have ice cream. And then they also have free line dancing classes for seniors at the Evan Munson. So where
Is
is
it only for seniors or can regular people?
everybody?
No, just,
There's for seniors.
I should talk.
Anyway, so the flyers are every month. Also, at the senior center on Thursdays from 1 to 3:30.
What?
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Anybody else?
Can I make a public comment about the food back there? Thanks. Hi, Veronica Cortez. I just want to let everybody know that we do have a little snack back there from Mendoza's, Taqueria Mendoza's right down the street. They have a coffee shop, they have their food truck, they have the meat market, and they have the restaurant. And I've known Oliver, who is running all of that since he was in 8th grade. So I know it's a good family. I support them. Their beans are the best. So it's just beans and salsa, and they hand make their corn tortillas. So those are handmade corn tortillas. There's little plate stuff. You can make a little taco if you'd like, but definitely enjoy and show your support for local Mendoza. So let's get on with the meeting. We're good. I have one.
Thank you. Next we're on to number 4. We don't have a copy of the minutes, but they are online. Did any of our board members happen to read them online?
You look good.
They look
So
okay?
I'll make a motion to approve the board minutes for August 4th, 2025.
Is there a second? I don't read them either, but I'll take your word for it and I'll
Yeah,
second
that's
it.
good.
That was easy. They're online? They're online.
Heidi, all in favor?
Yeah, I've got there now. Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Nope, we're good to go.
I have a question. Are they in line for public inspection or just for board inspection?
For both. You can, yeah, they're linked online.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, I can show you.
Usually they're printed out, but we didn't get that this time, which is okay. All right, we're down to public
have mics
safety
working.
and we have our wonderful firefighters here.
Thank you. Can everybody hear me okay?
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Right on. I don't.
We have people.
Oh,
that have-
darn it, yeah.
I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
my
Watch the mic, brother.
I try to get away from the mic, but
Thank
it's
you.
gonna find me.
Public speaking is bad.
That's all right. I'm gonna give you a public safety update from Trek Meadows Fire. My name is Ryan Whitlock. I'm a battalion chief with Trek Meadows Fire and Rescue. Brief overview of the call volume in Sun Valley area, to date in August, has been 249. I'll give you the top 4 areas that we respond to most. Fires, we've had 6. EMS, we've ran on 158. We've been on 22 motor vehicle accidents and 9 hazmat calls in the area. As far as our wildland component, fire season is still upon us. We have fires across the west in multiple areas, as you guys see on the news. We did get some reprieve from the local weather that we had lately today, and but we're not out of the woods yet. We're gonna get dried up, and we're gonna have another round of fires come through. So just be heads up, be cautious. If you guys see something, call something early. Early detection is the best for everybody. So, open burns, we're still in full restrictions. It looks like we're gonna be opening up those in December when snow hits the ground. So just pay attention to that. I do appreciate everybody in the valley pretty good about calling in their neighbors if they're illegally burning. So we do appreciate that. Green waste, that's gonna be determined. It'll be posted on our calendar on Truckee Meadows website. And you'll be able to partake in the green waste next month. As for our special announcements, fuel reduction projects will continue, pending funding in the area for, around the biggest little bike park, near, is it Esther Bennett? So that's all I have for the report from, Trek Meadows Fire.
What are you supposed to do about illegal burning?
Gotta say your name
I'm
first.
sorry, I'm Colton Dunn, local resident. What are you supposed to do about illegal burning?
And what,
People burning trash everywhere.
call it in and we
Call it
come
in?
over and we have a talk with them.
Who do you call?
911.
Hopefully it ain't Ghostbusters. I mean,
911, call 911,
You got
say
it,
they're
buddy.
burning in their backyard, we'll show up, we'll have a discussion with them, And then, if it becomes habitual, then we'll, bring in our prevention and if it becomes even more of a problem, we'll call Washoe County.
I'll talk to you. Sean, Sean McGrath, for the record, did I see something about your, doing some free shipping for some of the low?
Yeah, that's gonna be our green waste, next month, and I believe that's coming out. I don't know the dates on that in particular, those should be on our website. So just keep an eye on our website and that will be published for that, green waste.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything else? Awesome.
I have one question on the green waste. Is that gonna be after the 1st of October?
Should be, right? After the first.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna have a CAB meeting first part of October.
Okay.
Maybe you can bring those dates into us at the next CAB meeting.
Sure.
So that, because some of the people out here, some of the residents don't get online. So it would be helpful if you brought it into the meeting on the next one.
Sounds
And then I have one other question while we're here. Is that a normal amount for EMS calls? We get that many EMS calls out here every month? 158?
Yeah, let me give you, well, actually, we're down, so that's good. June was 172, July was 150, and August was 158, so we're, yeah, we're trending down that last month, so let's keep going.
I hope.
That's good,
All
yeah.
right, thank you.
And as long as we don't go, that's a good day, right? Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, and we don't have a sheriff here with us. So
Thank God they don't do anything. anyway.
we'll move on to number 6, which is the subject of lack of local banking and grocer services. We all discussed this at our August 2nd meeting, and Alexandra and I sat down and we took everybody's comments. We made a letter that I'm gonna read. You guys can make comments, the board can make comments. If this is okay with the board, we'll go ahead and, have a motion that I sign it on behalf of the board and send it to our county commissioners. So here is the letter. Dear Board of County Commissioners, on behalf of the Sun Valley residents, to include the Sun Valley Citizens Advisory Board, CAB, members, we are writing to formally convey concerns that were discussed at our meeting on Monday, August 4th. Due to the physical closing of the Wells Fargo Bank in the last year, as well as the recent removal of the only existing banking ATM, we have a severe lack of banking services in our valley. At the meeting, CAB members and residents voiced strong concerns over this recent closure, coupled with the confirmation that Scolari's, our only grocery store, will also be closing by the end of August. These closures have left residents without convenient, in-community access to basic services. We've outlined some key concerns that were heard at the meeting. First were daily hardships. Residents must now travel outside the valley to conduct simple banking transactions and purchase groceries. Next, mobility impact. Families, seniors, and those with limitations often lack reliable transportation and a means to access these services already. Also, potential contributing factors. It was proposed that a lack of staffing, security concerns, and knowledge from other banks of this gap may have contributed to this shortfall. In light of these concerns, we respectfully ask that the commission support our efforts and consider some of the following ideas that were also discussed. First, engaging banks and credit unions to alert to this opportunity or provide information on customer base and reestablish banking services to residents at existing institutions. Coordination with the community. If the banks are unable to determine or unwilling to provide information about their geographic customer base, then the county considers surveying the Sun Valley community to determine which banking services and grocery needs are most desired, as well as engaging the GID, CAB, and local property owners to identify viable solutions. Elevate awareness. Consider pitching this issue to local media outlets to garner a larger awareness or a joint press conference with the GID highlighting service gaps. Examples, Ask Joe at KTVN Channel 4, Commissioner/media interview, and op-ed piece, etc. Funding, identifying community development block grants to incentivize community banking partners or spreading awareness that this issue presents an opportunity for a business to tap into new funding streams. At our meeting, it was made clear that the loss of banking and grocery establishments is not just an inconvenience, but also a significant blow to the community's accessibility and economic vitality. We feel that the county's involvement can play a crucial role in restoring these services and improving the quality of life for Sun Valley residents. We appreciate your consideration and involvement and ask that either the commission, commissioner representative, or staff liaison loop back in with the CAB on the steps that are being taken to address these concerns. What do you
Want to
think?
comment?
Yes,
Okay, I believe that,
state your name, please.
my name is Colton. I'm a resident of 40+ years here. I do not believe, all I know is when I go down Sun Valley Boulevard, I see 12 taco trucks, but I don't see any place where we could actually get food. Who is the owner of Sun Valley that's hilarious, and why does he deserve to get that? I mean, I'm not trying to say talk crap or
Okay,
anything, but it's
Colton,
just,
we're here to discuss a letter
okay.
and asking for help from our commissioners and,
Okay.
to solve this problem.
My vice for voicing an opinion. I'm sorry.
No, you're welcome to voice your opinion as long as it's on the subject.
Okay.
Cindy?
Cindy Leslie, I would just say, because it's already past August. And you're stating in there, the store is set to close August, whatever. And yet now the letter is dated in September.
Well, the letter was dated September 2nd.
I understand that, but you're saying the store is set to close August 27th. Well, the store's already closed and you already wrote the letter's dated September 2nd, and you're saying the store is set to close August 22nd. The store is closed.
Make sure that owner pays.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The store has closed.
Okay.
We have no store.
Okay. Kristen?
Yeah, Judy Jensen, for the record, I was gonna say, what she said, just change the tense of that sentence. And also Channel 4 is not KTVN, it's KRNV.
KRNV, you're right.
I know, I just
Thank
Googled
you.
it. Cause I watch 2 all the time.
Anybody else? Anybody on the board? All right, assuming that those changes are made, which they will be. Do I have a motion from someone on the board that I sign this as a chair on behalf of the Sun Valley Citizens Advisory Board? And we give it to our county commissioners.
I'll move to approve the letter with the, with the changes included.
Is there a second? All right, it's been moved and seconded that we make these changes and send the letter on. All in favor? All opposed? All righty, we will do that. And I also wanted to let you know that we're going to include the Sun Valley Insider header that Richard put online. If you pick up a copy of this, it's fabulous. You guys need to read it. And we're gonna send this on with our letter. Okay? All right. Ooh. That was easy. Of course, I can't talk anymore, but that's all. We're down to number 7, Neighborhood Development Hub and other engagement opportunities. Alexandra.
Thank you, Heidi. Alexandra Wilson for the record. So every month we go over our Neighborhood Development Hub website. where you can access, developments in your area as well as areas throughout Washoe County. There were two that popped up in the previous month. If you were able to attend or not, I can show you how to provide feedback if you would like to do so. The first of which is the West Second Avenue MPA and RZA, which I will go into what those entail. So the first has to do with Hobie's. It was hosted at Hobie's Casino on August 26th. So this is a proposed project for a master plan amendment and a regulatory zone amendment, RZA, to change the master plan designation from suburban residential to urban residential and the zoning from medium density suburban to low density urban LDU and open space. That was hosted again on August 26th for this area. The developer, his name is Chris Baker. And speaking with our CAB chair, Heidi Soper, we are actually going to have Chris Baker here in November to do a recap of that meeting and to also give additional information on that development. So if you guys are interested, please join us in November. We are working on getting him here to the CAB so he can present to you guys as well if you weren't able to make that meeting. The other one for this area is Sanctuary of God Church. If I can flip up here. Well, given that it loads, we'll go back to that one. The other thing that I wanted to alert you guys, and we review every meeting, is any board or commission openings that you have the opportunity to be a part of. So currently we have one board opening for the Board of Equalization. This is for individuals on this board hear appeals from property owners who do not feel that their property tax assessment value is appropriate. They can appeal to this board, and if you are serving on this board, there is, I believe, compensation for being on this board. I believe it's $80 a meeting. Individuals that serve on this board, sometimes there could be one, sometimes there can be 20. So you have the opportunity to be engaged. This appointment occurs through today. So if you want to apply or know anyone to apply, today is the last time to do it. In addition to that, the appointment starts in January and you serve from January to February for those appeals. And then you continue on for the next 3 years, every January and February. So anyone interested, please let me know. And if I do have any other board openings, I will let this group know as well next month. Do you have any questions? Other than hopefully this loading, which it has not yet.
One question.
Yeah.
When will they decide on this? I don't know, the density of the housing here, that's what I'm receiving, that's what you talked about there. The density of the housing, or we want closer housing, more people, or less houses further away and less people?
Are you talking about the
Second Street.
Second Street.
Need less people.
Yeah. Second Street.
That was just a zoning change proposition.
Also, the number of houses
Doesn't mean we don't need less people.
from 68 to 100 and something.
I'm not sure if it's a West Second Avenue.
Yeah.
Is that the one I
West
just talked
Second.
about?
Yeah.
Last second's going up to over 100
Behind
houses.
Kobe's. And by the,
So that's the
behind
one,
the school.
that's the one that I just talked about, where that occurred on August 26th, and that same developer will be here in November. So you'll have the opportunity to come to the CAB and talk to the developer about that.
Yeah.
There's also online, if you want to talk to the planner, if you want to get more information,
Sorry.
they'll know what a lot of the acronyms that I'm reading are, they'll be able to explain them better. So if you want, I can provide you the planner's information, both their phone number and their email, and then you can reach out to them in the meantime as
Okay,
well.
thank you very much.
Of course. Any other questions? All right. Here we go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're down to number 8, the board members, commissioner announcements. Commissioner Garcia, you have something to share with us?
She got queued up.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Garcia for the record. I represent District 3, which is Reno, Sparks, and Sun Valley. I'm a Sun Valley resident, and it's a pleasure being here at the CAB. I just zoomed over here from the school district modernization meeting. I skipped out a little bit early, but I wanted to give you a quick update. So Virginia Palmer, as you may have heard, which is on our northeastern side of Sun Valley, has been approved for a full modernization for the school district. And the plans for it are amazing. The primary focus for this modernization is taking an old building and bringing it up to modern day safety and educational needs. So they're going to be adding a single point of entry, which is for safety issues, enhanced fencing, security cameras. It'll keep the property in much better condition. They're going to have a new shaded outdoor learning space and a new play structure, which is desperately needed at the school. They're going to have a remodeled library, media center. They're going to give everything a fresh coat of paint, redo the floors, so the interior improvements are going to be really nice. And last but not least, this is not going to, tear down walls or disrupt any of the existing structure. It's an expansion. So you'll see a big section of the building coming out over by the basketball court. They're going to use the basketball court temporarily for a staging area, and then they're going to repave that and put in a new basketball court. So when it's all said and done, Virginia Palmer is going to have a fantastic facelift. So I'm really grateful that the school district is shining the light here in Sun Valley, and so that those students are well deserved of having improved facilities. So speaking of school district, I started off my day at 8 a.m. talking to kids about local government. So it's been a long day, but it was a wonderful day. We had our fire commission meeting at 10 o'clock, and then it rolled into our state of the county address. And we haven't done one of these in a decade or longer. I'm not even sure how long it's been. The county does a lot for a lot of constituents. I represent 100,000 constituents. It's a small area compared to Vice Chair Herman, who goes all the way up to the Oregon border, or Commissioner Hill that goes all the way to Incline Village. My colleagues have big geographical areas. Mine is more densely populated here in Sun Valley, Reno, and Sparks. That said, last year we set some priorities for the county. So we always do a lot. So we run our elections, we oversee the jail, we have parks. We provide services for children, adults, and seniors. None of that changed. We just wanted to prioritize a few things this year so that we could dedicate more time, energy, and resources to it. So today, who started it off? Let's see, Commissioner Clark talked about seniors, the improvements there. Vice Chair Herman talked about cabs. I talked about housing. Commissioner Andriola talked about mental health. And I wanted to show you the video that highlights our cabs, because some famous people are highlighted in this video. And I thought you would really get a kick out of it. It was done by Sosu, who produces all of our YouTube videos at the county. They do all of our meetings and everything. They're a great team, and I hope you like it as much as I do.
Across Washoe County, residents are showing up and speaking. From our forests and foothills to the valley floor, communities are finding their voice through citizens advisory boards. These meetings, which are otherwise known as CABs, offer more than 75 opportunities each year for residents in Washoe County to engage directly with local government. For anyone that didn't know what the CAB is, it's just a community meeting. You don't have to be special to show up. You just have to show up and have an interest in getting involved. It all starts right here, seeing how your community comes together and creates change. Citizens Advisory Board meetings create more than just a forum. They create a two-way conversation. They're where the county shares important updates, and more importantly, where the county listens. From fire services and emergency alerts, traffic safety, and utility projects, CABs connect residents directly with the agencies that help shape their daily lives. Whether it's RTC, NDOT, NV Energy, or Washoe County departments, these meetings bring in experts to the neighborhoods so the residents can ask questions, raise concerns, and help guide solutions. I think the most important thing that I've learned being involved in the CAB is that anybody can do it. You don't have to have a law degree or a degree in engineering or anything like that to be part of any of those boards. You just have to be willing to get involved and commit to it. And that community commitment goes beyond the meeting room. During the past year, CAB members, county staff, and volunteers rolled up their sleeves for a series of free neighborhood cleanups in Sun Valley. I do trail run around here. It's really disheartening when you out enjoying nature and you come upon a pile of junk. This just is really helpful for keeping our open space beautiful and enjoyable for us and for our future generations. The impact was massive. With dozens of volunteers, more than 118,000 pounds of waste collected in just 3 events, including 4,250 tires, 12,000 pounds of e-waste, and 23,000 pounds of hazardous materials.
When I started with the cab, we might have had 4 or 5 people there. And now we have almost 30. These are real big things that we're all working on, and we get a lot of input from the community on all of this. Every action, every meeting, and every community event helps build a healthier, more connected Washoe County. These events are about bringing people together to solve problems, clean up our neighborhoods, and shape decisions that reflect community priorities. I love it. I have never done anything like this before. It's very rewarding. I have really learned a lot about my community, and I've been here 37 years. From neighborhood parks to policy decisions, your voice matters. Whether it's cleaning up neighborhoods, learning more about your community at a CAB meeting, or getting out to meet new neighbors, these grassroots partnerships are creating visible change block by block. And it all starts by showing up.
Must be from Sun Valley, huh? I should not.
Thank you so much for those of you who participated in the video. I think you all saw yourselves in that video. Isn't that funny? If I don't say this enough, I just really value you guys. I love my cab. I love being out here. I don't like to miss these meetings at all. You all have such great ideas, and the collaboration we have when we get things done together, we roll up our sleeves and work together. So I really appreciate everything that you do, not only today, but throughout the years that I've served as your county commissioner. On the note of the letter, thank you. That's another example. I have been working hard on getting the word out about the Sun Valley store, the bank, went to the media, interviewed with KUNR, met with our state senator, legislator, and a city council person from the city of Sparks, who's also dealing with some food desert issues. So I can tell you that we're gonna team up with the GID. It's gonna be a collaborative effort. There is absolutely no reason why a town like the size that we have with 20,000 people. I grew up in a small town of 20,000 people in Elko, Nevada. And if you were to say we're getting rid of your only grocery store and your only bank, people would have their pickets out and things, they would have problems, right? It's absolutely unacceptable for us to be facing those same circumstances here. So just know that I'll be fighting with you at the county commission. I'm really glad that my colleagues will hear this so that they can take it seriously. I've been talking about it. I brought it up at the last meeting, but they need to hear from you. I think it'll resonate a lot when they know that this letter was written by our constituents. It went to the GID for approval, and it'll come before the BCC. So thank you.
Carmen Ortiz, for the record, were you able to talk to the building owner in Sun Valley? What did they say?
I've spoken to the property owner here in Sun Valley. I spoke to the property owner who's based in LA, and I talked to the landowners who live in Malibu. So
Wait. So who owns what? Can you tell us?
the owners live in Malibu.
Okay, so the one family that owns the vacant Scalaries, they own the vacant.
They own the whole shopping
Oh,
center
and the whole strip mall?
except for the bank. There's a little carve out for the bank. The bank is owned by First Interstate, and it changed hands, went to Wells Fargo. So that little carve out you'll see on the map does not belong to this one landowner, but they do own Scalaries, the entire parking lot, and the entire shopping center. So those communications are constant. They are asking people to put in interest, forms to say, hey, we want to start a grocery store. The landowner told me herself, and I hope she stays true to her word, that we need to continue to have a tenant in there that's going to provide groceries. So fingers crossed, we can't control private property owners, but with communication and collaboration, I hope we can bring another tenant in. I personally have been working really hard to send up the chain of command at Grocery Outlet because they're headquartered in California. And I got one of the grocery outlet owners to elevate that to the regional representative. So that's already happened as well. So we're really crossing our fingers for a grocery outlet. Other than that, I've also sent over to Sun Valley locally owned people who've expressed interest in creating their own, homegrown grocery store. So they're starting to see some options. And so I'm just cautiously optimistic that we can keep advocating for it. I'll take one over here.
Cindy Leslie. So, let's say if grocery outlet does go into school areas, who's gonna remodel it? The property owner? Or will grocery outlet have to go in there and gut it and
As long
make
as
it?
it's a grocery.
That's a good question. I'm not sure the answer to that, but you're right. It needs some revitalization. And that brings me to my next point. What I'm learning is that economic development, economic vitality at the county hasn't historically been done. It kind of could live in the community services department. It may deal with Brian, our sustainability manager. It could possibly live in the county manager's office. But historically speaking, the city of Reno and the city of Sparks have always done a little bit better than an unincorporated part of Washoe County. So I am going to be pushing that we make economic vitality one of our priorities for the next strategic plan so that we can shine a light on that, so we can pay attention to communities like Sun Valley. Okay. Any other questions? Yes.
Yeah, that was my question, is now that Scolari's gone, the landowner willing to do improvements to the building?
That's a good question. With to be determined.
Okay.
Yeah. I think the hardest thing for me, or the best part for me, was that I established communication. So I've pitched some ideas to the landowner. She's been open-minded about it. Her husband is elderly. So we'll see how things shake out over the next couple of months, but just know that I'm right there along with you trying to get the word out. I've talked to Edon. I've reached out to Reno Sparks Chamber. I've pretty much told everybody I can possibly tell, and now we're gonna put a little bit more pressure on the issue at the commission. So I appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Does anybody on the board have anything to say?
I do.
One of yours first?
No.
Okay. I'm just gonna, I'm sure everybody here probably knows Michael Ryder, report. Yeah, state my name. My board comment is the fact that we do have a few ATMs still in the valley. There's one at CBS, there's one at 7-Eleven, and there's a few other things. Just for those that may or may not know that there are still some banking options left, even though they're very few. But I just wanted to make sure that in this meeting, it gets brought up so that anybody who doesn't know, and it's on the record, there are still a couple of options left, but we definitely need to get the problem fixed. So, no, it's mostly just to get cash out and things like that, but that still is an issue. Sometimes people can't do their banking, but they still need to get cash out. And the nearest bank is quite a ways from the center of Sun Valley right now. You have the US Bank way the heck up in Golden Valley. There's, a new credit union up there as well, up near Lemon Valley, but it's quite a ways to go. So we really don't have anything really locally. But if you need to get cash out of your blank, you can still have a couple of ATM options. Not that they're great, but I just wanted to make sure that it was public knowledge that if you don't know, they are there just in case they will help you. Okay? And that's it for me. Veronica Cortez wants to come in.
Hi, Veronica Cortez, Citizens Advisory Board. I actually went out to Greater Nevada Credit Union and went out to Great Basin Credit Union. Great Basin Credit Union has a program where they deal in rural areas. I'm not sure how it works though, but I know the girl who does it, her parents live out here. So I've been talking to her one-on-one on maybe some options while this letter's going through and stuff. The reason that they would not be interested in putting a permanent building out here is their reasoning is we have their services within 5 to 7 miles up in Golden Valley. There's Greater Nevada, and that's the Great Basin Credit Union that's coming in. But even though on a map, it looks like, oh, there's 5 miles, they don't understand sometimes that O'Brien Pass is closed. So I bank up there, but yeah, it's pretty far. So There are rural communities throughout Nevada that don't have permanent banking buildings, but they have mobiles or something like that where they can actually bring a service out. So I'm gonna look more into that just on my own, as the letter's going, so I can have, feet on the ground, pushing stuff, trying to do stuff. That's what I do. And the other thing that I wanted to let you know that the Washoe County Sheriff's Office has a survey out. I don't know how it came to me, probably because I emailed them. Is it on Facebook? So I think she said it's on Facebook, mine was straight to my email, but if we can get in there and, say the same thing over and over and over again, if you need it, give me your email, I'll forward it to you. But I heard that they were supposed to have a parking garage put up in there many years ago, so I still wanna know where the parking garage is, cause when I gotta do notaries up there, I can't get in. I can't even do my job up there because I don't know why there's so many people there. So we do really need to fill out the Washoe County Sheriff's Office survey, since we do have a lot of complaints about them. Let's get them knowing how we feel, if that was another option that we have. And I just want to thank everybody for coming out. I love to see your faces and I love to see you out in the community. And yeah, thank you everybody and God bless everybody.
Mary Esposito for the record. Carol brought up the subject about the streets being dirty after the road, and you've talked many times about the ditches that need cleaning. Ms. Garcia.
Yeah. You said something about you are involved with the prisons.
The prison?
You said something about the prisons earlier.
Work crew, cleaning up something.
The jail?
The jail, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, my thought was, and I've seen it done before, over behind Taco Bell, there was two police officers and a couple of clients, you'll call them, whatever, prisoners. And they were painting a wall that had been graffiti. Why can't we get them to clean up the ditches and the street?
Arrest nobody.
I didn't hear that.
They don't arrest anybody anymore.
Oh,
Anybody that
Anyway,
should be at least.
but, would that be a possibility? Yeah, because I mean, these things need to be done. I know what you're talking about. On my street, I live up on Summer Hill, which is like this. And from the water coming down, everybody's debris came down to my house and collected on the sewer down at the corner there. And so it was jammed up. I went down there and kind of cleaned it up. But that could be a something that these people could do while they're sitting around doing nothing. They used to do that too. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for the comments. Heidi Sober. I guess now the meeting's over, I should say my name, huh? What? Yeah, but I have a comment today. Under the board members. I just wanted to let everybody know, when you watch that video, I do have another shirt.
Meeting shirt.
I really do. I noticed it at the meeting down there today. I went, oh my. All right. I wanted to thank everybody for coming. I see a lot of new faces and it is wonderful. I'm so glad you're all here. Please come back and see us and please bring comments and ideas and things you'd like to talk about and find out about. And our next meeting is going to be Monday, October 6th. We're going back to Monday. We were only here today because yesterday was a holiday. So October 6th, 6 o'clock, right here. Be sure you check out svinsider.com, see what's going on nicely in Sun Valley. I think that's a great idea that Richard has started and one that will really benefit us. And Veronica, thank you for bringing goodies.
Always snacks.
Yeah, sounds good. And thank you all for coming. Carol, do you have something else to say?
I do ever say Sun Valley Insider, the one.
Yeah, there's
There's
a flyer in the back.
Is that the one you were
Yeah.
speaking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, we're down to public comment. Cindy?
Ellie.
Cindy Wesley, I just wanna say that, you know, I reached out to an elected official and then got back something that, oh, well, you don't have to worry about it, our schools aren't gonna be overpopulated with 1,000 new homes. So I, as an elected, if she's an elected official, we have the right to have her here when asked to have one of our trustees here. So, Alexandra, I'm gonna pose that back to you, that we would like her here because there's more issues with our schools in Sun Valley besides the overpopulation. And when we're asked what we would like to have in our meetings, and we suggest that, I don't want a piece of paper saying that, oh, well, we only got 29 new kids last year at High Desert. No, we want this person here. We elected her. And we would like her here.
I wish you well.
Anybody else? Carmen?
Carmen Ortiz for the record. First I wanted to thank Heidi and Alexandra for all of your time that you guys put into that letter. Alex, you don't get thanked enough. Thank you so much. And Heidi, as the CAB chair, you went out of your way to look out for us for Sun Valley, and I just wanted to thank you. Also, Alex, thank you for bringing the county opportunities. We really appreciate that, you guys. If you want to have your voice heard, get on a committee. You might have to apply 10 times before you're selected, but start applying and get on a committee. I would also like to thank Mendoza's for donating the food. That was a super nice surprise. You guys, we used to have food here on Saturday mornings, but this is only our second night meeting, and so we lost those wonderful donuts and stuff, but they still gave us coffee and water, and that was really nice. You don't find those at other county meetings that way. Also, thanks to Chris Baker, the developer, who came here and talked to us about the development that was coming in. And I hope that Chris, as a developer, sets a precedence that development is welcome at the CAB, like it used to be mandated at the CAB. Well, now it's welcome, and we would invite every developer that's doing business in Sun Valley to come at our CAB meetings because they are regular, they are once a month, they happen. They're not getting canceled like they used to in 2017 and 2018 and 2019, not to mention COVID. So the meetings are happening and developers are welcome and encouraged to come to these meetings. Oh, and thanks to the Sun Valley Insider. I really appreciate having an online publication. But one of the things that I advocate for here at the Sun Valley Citizen Advisory Board is for our seniors in this room right now. I know of at least 2 of them personally that don't have a computer in their house. They don't go online. Some of them have a smartphone, don't know how to use it. So making a paper copy available or posting it, I don't know where we're going to go to the laundromat or Scolari's to see it, or at the pizza place. Anyway, thank you for doing that. If you would please consider our seniors that don't have internet access, they would love to read your information, even if it's just bringing a couple paper copies to the Citizen Advisory Board because they're here. Thank you so much.
Judy Jensen for the record, just a couple of quick things. I just checked online, the sheriff's survey supposedly ended yesterday, however, it's still opened up for me on Facebook, so if you want to take that survey, we'll do it now. I was excited that somebody told me that there's a discount for with waste management. If you're over 70, which as of last Thursday I am, I don't act it, I never will. However, I've been here since 2003. I am apparently grandfathered into a lower rate. So when you tell your friends to call about a senior rate, have them be cautious about what they're paying now versus the $27 a month that the senior rate is. I called them. Anyway, and also my favorite weekend of the whole year is this coming weekend. It's the Great Reno Balloon Races. It's the largest balloon race in the country. That's great. I've been there today setting up the merchandise tent. There's lots of things. But what I want folks to know is Thursday, even though it's media day, over 50 of those balloons are gonna go up on Thursday morning and the parking is free. So if anybody wants to go to Rancho San Rafael, especially on Thursday, and just go and sit in your car or walk down amongst the balloons, it's available.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Close and be.
I'm patient, I'm patient, I'm patient. You know my name.
Chair, for the record, I'm Susan Seard. I'm the chair of the Sun Valley General Improvement District. So I just wanted to, give you an update on the road closure the other day. When they had, Sun Valley Boulevard down to one lane, I probably got 35 calls. First of all, the General Improvement District, we don't do anything with roads, but we always pass those messages on. So we have work to deal with Tumwa this year that if they are going to have any kind of service disruption, or if they're going to have any road construction or anything that happens, they're gonna let us know, and they did right away. There was actually a service line break under the road. So immediately we got that word out. They did have to have the road closed for a couple days, and they had to work on that. Thank God it was a service line and not the main line, because the main line lay right next to it. So I just want you to know, sometimes those disruptions happen, and that line, some of those lines in that road are 70 years old. So that's something we worry about all the time. So they were able to fix that line without really having to tear up the road. They were very worried that it might actually take the road out. So that was a very big concern. Those of you that don't know, up on Scottsdale and Clearacre, they have that little fenced area in that little hut. They built that little hut. That is the main pump station for Tumwa. That pretty much services all over the place. So
That was
you
smart.
could see. Yeah, so they were able to, to sort of isolate that line and get it fixed. So the General Improvement District, we checked everything flushed, all the tests. We ran a lot more tests, of course, to make sure everything was okay. So those are the kinds of cooperation we get from the other entities. Washoe County was involved. NDOT was involved because it's their road. Remember, from 7th Avenue to Clearacre, or to Dandidi is a state highway. So that is something that we always worry about. Also, just as a general reminder, we meet the second Thursday, at 5:30, in our boardroom. Our boardroom is actually off of Prosser. So you would go behind the General Improvement District building. And there's a parking lot there. We have a board meeting there. We always discuss, we actually have a standing item on our agenda of just what the development is. Obviously, all we do as development is we make sure that they are meeting the requirements to get water and sewer. That's basically what we do there. So there is a lot more development being talked about, not on the books yet, but it's not gonna stop, I can tell you that right now.
Anybody allowed to go?
Oh, it's an open meeting, yes, yes. And again, we will meet next Thursday, 5:30. So, if you'd like to come, also, all of our minutes and all of that is actually posted on our website, svgip.com. If you ever have any questions, please call the office and they'll get a hold of me. Thanks.
Thank you, Susan.
Me? Alright. It's just voicing opinions and comments and stuff like that. I don't mean to be rude.
Just reminding you have 3 minutes.
3 minutes? Okay.
Oh, should I take?
State your name.
Okay, my name's Cole Dunn. I'm a resident 40+ years. I just wanted to say everything is expanding out here, the roads, the people, everything, or actually the roads is actually the only thing that doesn't expand. There's too much traffic in here and everybody, when you get off work, it takes 45 minutes to get from the freeway all the way to your house. I just think we need to quit building and there shouldn't be even any contractors here until the roads begin to widen. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else? Yeah, Richard.
Earlier I forgot to mention, I also put a flyer on the table for a service project. here in Sun Valley, at the Sun Valley Elementary School. It's not this Saturday, but the next. And yes, I've come to realize that it's also the same day as the Truckee Meadows, Keep Truckee Meadows beautiful service project behind Highland Ranch, where they're cleaning up the foothills. So there's two that day. So if you are able to go help with the big garbage, the abandoned stuff that's up in the hills, great. If you can't, we're gonna be helping landscape, fixing some of the grounds around the playground at Sun Valley Elementary School. Here's the flyer, and then for those that don't want to work outside in the sun, we also have some sewing projects that are inside for those that like to sew. So all that information is here. Thank you.
Good job, man. I'll be there. I'll be there, so.
Thank you. Anybody else? Alexandra?
Hi, everyone. Alexandra Wilson for the record. I actually meant to do this on my neighborhood development hub and other engagement opportunities. But since Cindy did bring it up, I did want to talk about the schools. Oh, I guess my time's up. So I did reach out to our chief operating officer with the Washoe County School District because we have had the overpopulation of schools brought up as a topic before. And so I did want to reach out to him to see if there's any new information and what he can provide to me. And so he did send me some information that I wanted to read for you guys. And then after that, I'll let you know how you can send in information for future topics. If you do want to hear about things here at the Sun Valley CAP. Generally, we try to address things that are more overarching as opposed to individual requests. So if there are ditches that need to be maintained, rather than, talking about the ditch maintenance plan as a whole, when you send those in, we do send those through our Washoe 301 Service Center. Unfortunately, the Zen City Engage portal, which I'm going to talk about, isn't set up to be intuitive to provide your contact information. So we are sending those through, but we're not able to reach back out because we don't know who's sending them in. And so we'll update that form to provide optional contact information so that we can reach out to you to let you know that we heard you and that we're working on it. But as far as the schools, here's what I got back from the Chief Operating Officer. So Washoe County School District staff analyze every single development project which goes before the city councils and county commission for approval. We know exactly how many students exist per household, and we update the information every year to reflect current trends. This allows us to project with a reasonable high level of confidence the number of additional students which should be anticipated from new developments as well as the expected timing of these student arrivals. This growth is also layered onto existing student enrollment trends as well as overall births and new kindergarten enrollment. In the 25-26 school year, Washoe County School District is recording one of the lowest number of kindergarten students enrollment in the last 25 years. This is a continuation of a trend declining enrollment driven primarily by declining birth rates, a trend we are not only seeing in Washoe County, but in counties and states across the nation. The enrollments at Allen, Bennett, Palmer, Sun Valley, and Hug all decreased in the 25-26 school year compared to the 24-25 school year. Desert Skies Middle School enrollment increased by 29 students, yet they remain with capacity for hundreds of more students. Please be rest assured that Washoe County School District and the area of development and planning are very intensely involved for the future. So I did want to address that because that is a request that came up, and I just want to make sure that it doesn't go unheard. If there are other topics or things having to do with schools, not necessarily about the, I would say not development, but the overcrowding of schools, which has been the request that has come up, please let me know. So I can go ahead and reach back out to members of the Washoe County School District to get that information. What I've heard is actually Westlake will be here in attendance, but won't necessarily be a presenter. But again, if you guys have any other topics, doesn't have to be schools, can be other things. Please go ahead at the end of it, the agenda. There is a QR code that you can scan. You can also just let me know. I make notes at every meeting as a part of my staff notes on requests that come, ideas, things that people want to hear about. I also discuss with our capture very often. She does email me. I'd say at least 3 times a month. We talk very often. And we also have a lot of phone calls and text messages. So if you guys have anything that pops up, please let me know, and I will make sure that I either answer you or at least try to get it on a future agenda. So that's my.
Thank you.
Michael Ryder, this is a public comment, not from the board. After listening to a lot of the public comments, one of the biggest issues, and we've had these issues before at other schools, is the pickup and drop off of students and the traffic get caused because they don't adhere to traffic laws in the school area. We've had the problem at Hug, now we have it over at Sun Valley and such, and we need to address that. I'm not sure how we do it exactly. We go to the county, we're gonna reach out as a cab, and we have a lot of network in here. As a cab, we will reach out, as public officials, we'll reach out. But it's a solvable problem. It just has to have the light of day put on it and some pressure put on for some common sense when you're dropping off children and picking them up and not blocking intersections, not blocking roads. And we have this problem in other schools. And I just wanted to make the comment that it was heard. And I personally will also be involved, and we'll work on getting this solved. Because it's also a danger to the children when you do that, okay? That's the other thing. Children will get endangered by the traffic being like that. So it has to be addressed, not only for the fact that the roads need to be open, but also for the fact that we need to keep our children safe. And that's an unsafe practice doing it that way. That's it.
Absolutely safe.
Cindy Leslie, I'm just gonna add to that. And we won't get any answers from a piece of paper because we can't ask a piece of paper a question
I get it.
and get an answer back at the same time.
Okay.
I just say,
Last
what,
thing.
Wait,
I just say kids can't walk 100 yards down the street without getting worried about getting hit. They're just lazy. Walk down the street and go get picked up. It's not rocket
Okay,
science.
Colton, thank you.
Sorry.
Carmen?
Carmen Ortiz, I just forgot one thing, since we don't have a grocery store now, you guys know the Catholic Charities on Fifth Avenue. You can get food Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, only once a month, but if you really need food, go to Catholic Charities, because you can shop the store, and you can get produce and milk and all that good stuff.
It's on West Deptford.
Oh, West Gepford, there you go.
West Deptford. Okay, I think we're done.
no, I have something to say, please, as a public comment. That's okay.
Hi, Veronica Cortez here. As a public comment, 3 things. The Mexican stores out here have very good produce. Whether you want to go there or not, that's fine. You can laugh it off. I shop there because I was actually raised in Mexico and I have never been used to a huge supermarket. So I see so much waste happening at the supermarkets. Actually shopping at a local store here is actually helping your local economy, and it's saving the food waste. Over 40% of our trash is just food waste. So when you're going out there and you're buying 30 packs and 40 packs, think about how much you're gonna waste. Unless you live on a ranch like me, you can't throw it out to the goats. Speaking of the ranch, Valley Amigos did have an interview. Bob was interviewed. He's our goat. So if you wanna get on the Insider and check out one of our goats who travels the state and does interviews, you can check out Spot on the Insider. And I work for the school district right here. I got my uniform on. I've been there since 1999. Carmen works for the school district. I love everybody's opinion, but nobody ever asks us. I've been a lunch lady for over 15 years. Every single one of the students at my school is mine. Those teachers have 30 kids. Those teachers have 20 kids. I get 650. So when we're talking about overcrowding, it also comes with allotments. We can get, hundreds of kids in there, but if they're not giving us funding for teachers, they're not getting the education that they deserve. So first, we need to advocate for teachers for getting the education to the kids, and then put as many as they want. But the teachers, they have to be able to teach our kids what they need to know, because they're failing them. And I know that because I wear this shirt every single day, and I've done it since 1999. And that is my business right now, is fighting for the schools. I cannot even get a call back from my daughter's principal. I almost got in a head-on collision because parents want to run over Esther Bennett parking lot like there's no lines because they're new parents because they're in such a hurry. We're all going to the same place at the same time. And yes, we will get the superintendent out here or whoever we need to, because when I see them walking up and down my school hallways, I will stop them and I will tell them. I proudly wear this shirt, but we need to clean it up. I graduated from Washoe County School District. I went to Virginia Palmer. I was the second graduating class out of there. I'm excited about the renovation. I have all of my pictures. So that's where, as public comment, I fit, and thank you, everybody.
All right, I think that is it. Do I have a motion to adjourn our meeting?
I motion to adjourn.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're happy to have.
Colton, come here.